Your name, your identity doesn't matter. As long as the finances came through for them to have a good time, they was willing to give it up to whomever. So you're not special, my guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's not overestimate what these gentlemen are able to achieve, because who they're achieving it with are people of questionable character themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
John, let me ask you a question. If a passport bro approached you, would you be interested?
No.
Exactly. This is my point, right? The types of women that even entertain those guys are women who don't
Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Jenny Tamai and this is the Repat podcast. I'll let these handsome men tell you who they are.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're looking nice today.
Oh,
all of you.
Today. Yo, people, DJ, maintain, DJ and producer, living in Kampala now for 5 years of Caribbean heritage. Big up.
Master Gab's back in the building. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have left you. No, but honestly.
Is that Rakim?
Yeah, about to break into a song.
Nah, man, life's been busy, man. Yeah. I made the mistake of shaving my beard off. I looked like an asshole for the last month and a half. So I wasn't proud enough to come back on these airwaves until I was fresh sitting next to Maintain, man. So don't let them get it twisted. I'm here. We here. All right, bet. Go ahead.
The Dusty Master himself. That's Shake Dick Jackson. Looking terrible as always, but let's get into the video.
Okay.
Bro, I looked horrible, bro.
I'm in tears already.
Guys, shout out to Jay Focus. He's actually a friend of the podcast. This clip is from his YouTube channel.
Okay.
I hope everyone can.
So
I think we,
O'Shea, just tell the people what this is
about. So basically, so these are, shout to Austin Holloman. They're all out one night in some club. And there's, as you can see, there's two African Americans having a disagreement about this girl. So the girl is choosing one of the guys, and the other guy is like trying to take the girl back. And Jay Focus says that these are passport bros in Nairobi who are arguing over a girl. And I think that's Austin, if you can see him in the background, trying to separate it and break it up. So it's like some passport simping going on here. Let's let Maintain get, what do you think about that, Maintain?
So from what I understand, right, the girl was with her partner, right, who's a Kenyan dude. Is that
no?
correct?
Both of these are Americans.
Both of them. Oh, so
African American dudes.
So it's passport bro versus passport bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was a saying. I grew up in London, in a town in the northwest of London called Harlesden. Very. We had the saying there. Loads of Caribbeans, loads of Africans. And we were saying there's too much women in the world to fight over a chick with another guy. And I still believe in that to this day.
Okay.
And there is too much women who are looking for partnership and looking for to have fun for you to be fighting over one chick. And it's just not a good look. If I'm looking at it, like,
not a good look for who?
For both of them. Like, okay, you take her, I'll move on. I'm in Nairobi, like, land of milk and honey, right? So why are you gonna like fight over? Move on, keep it moving.
Right.
Don't be standing up in the club where that you like it's your weekend or it might be your midweek. You're there to have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let your hair down. Life's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
Just chill. You know what I mean? Like Lauryn Hill said, you lost one. Just keep keep it moving. You know what I mean? So yeah, that whole situation right there just looks so messy, man.
It looks bad.
Yeah. Even if I wanted the girl, I would just walk off.
Right.
The minute I saw that sort of situation transpiring and what it was developing into, if I saw all of that, I just step off. I'd be like, cool. I'm gonna go to the bar and get a shot.
Maintain. Leave the fact that they're fighting over a girl, but there's the fact that they are passport bros. And you're not a friend. You're not a fan of the Passport Bros.
Do you know what, right? It's not that I'm not a fan, because the more and more I learn about Passport Bros, I've learned that there's kind of like, for me, in the way I've deciphered it, there's two kind of Passport Bros, right?
Okay.
So you've got the Passport Bros that are telling people, yo, you need to go to XYZ. The girls where we're from are dusty, they're no good, they don't appreciate you, and they're trying to convince other guys to like forget the girls where we came up.
Right.
Go over here, you get treated way better, And you've got the other ones that are just really just down on their luck and they want to try something different and their heart, is in the right place.
Okay.
And they're just looking for something different. They're looking for love. They're looking to settle down.
Okay.
And that's the kind of two I kind of seen when I've observed the Passport Bro movement. So the guys arguing over a chick in the video, they're the kind of opportunistic ones, the ones that are kind of like, trying to sway other brothers' minds into like going for chicks in other places, but for all the wrong reasons. I like that line, chicks. But so it's not that I don't like them. I don't hold anything against them.
They definitely don't like you.
Yeah, I know. There's actually reaction videos to what I said. But I just feel like that video is just indicative of their behavior.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it moving. Yeah, she may look buff and tick and everything you want, but she's a dude.
Move on.
Move on. You know what I'm saying?
Gabs, I see you. You're cooking, like Osha says.
This video is hilarious. This video is hilarious. Like it warms the depths of my cold heart to see these two brothers fighting each other looking like idiots. I really needed this today, so thank you guys. I've had a stressful day, so thank you for putting a smile on my face. So here's what instantly comes to mind when I see that video. First of all, these brothers, they look short, skinny.
Oh my God.
Not very manly and masculine. Like, who are these guys? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These look like the kinds of guys who have not had success with women of, like we say, right? Guys come here and you get a dime piece of a woman. You can attract a dime piece of a woman, right?
Yeah.
But not necessarily on the strength of your charm or your personality.
Okay.
Right? You might just have what it takes to pique her interest in the things that make her activate why she wants to give her time to a man. Right? So these two scrawny looking, geeky looking guys where they're shoving each other in the club over a woman who's probably got a dude at home already.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One of them decided to be a trick and take her out. Another one stumbled upon her in the club and laid eyes upon her, was like, I need to have her. And since I'm here and I feel like I'm in the land of opportunity, let me shoot my shot. And they both look like idiots arguing over a woman who probably isn't going to remember either of their names a week from now. Right? So for me, that's the thing. And I've seen it firsthand. And Osha, I know you know what I'm talking about. I've seen firsthand when a Passport Bro faces rejection, the way that he disintegrates into a complaining,
the confusion. I've seen it live.
Young, immature example of a man.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Right? I've seen it firsthand where a Passport Bro who thinks that his silk-lined drawers are everything that a woman wants then turns around, faces rejection by turning into a shell of that alpha male that he tried to present himself to be. I've seen it firsthand, and that shit is hilarious to me. Because the ego takes over and you feel like you've come here, I deserve this. I'm entitled to this.
Yeah.
I love feeling like I got one up on these local dudes here. But little do you know, the chicks got one up on you.
Yeah.
You know? So these two guys are shoving each other in the club, looking like idiots. And I'm like, I mean, like Maintain said, there are so many other women in the club.
Yeah.
Just turn around, walk away, take a shot, regroup, gather yourself, switch your game on, and go talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So They just look like idiots, man. They
bad
just look like
looking.
dummies, man. Straight up.
Bad look.
I'd like to know if either one of them went home with her that night.
So here's what I think happened. And I didn't talk to any one of them. I mean, Austin's in the clip. You know, you see Jay Focus there. What I think has happened is that the girl has dated both of them on separate occasions or maybe at the same time, something like that.
Okay.
And this is not uncommon. Uganda or Kenya, you know, it's not uncommon to find that, you know, hey, it happened to me before. I wasn't in the country, but shout out to, I'll tell you who it was, King Obatunde. He called me. He's like, yo, man, I see your girl out here with somebody else. And I was there simping, sending money. I still sent some money too because she was fine. But anyways, I'm not even gonna lie. I was so you know that sort of thing can happen. But let me get back to Agabo's point to this whole idea. You know, a lot of the men, African American men, you know, women in the United States is trash and stuff like that. And you know, let me go to someplace else, and you know, chicks is gonna be on me. But you find yourself wherever you go, there you are. And again, just because you have money, and everybody's not gonna want you.
Yeah.
It is Uganda, Kenya. Hey, you're gonna get, no matter how good you think you look, everybody's not interested. And then some ladies might not be interested because of what you may have said, and they want to deal with somebody else, and you're trying to talk to them, and they don't want to deal with you. Just because you're from America don't mean that women want to deal with you. That's not true. And a lot of guys just don't have, like Gab said, a lot of experience with women and feel like, well, you know, I'm from America and I'm coming over to Africa, so you know, ladies are going to like me. But, you know, you got a lot of Kenyan men and Uganda men that do way better than you. I mean, that's first and foremost. They have a cultural connection to them that you don't, you know, because it's been plenty of times, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I've done some nice things for some ladies, come to find out it's another dude that is getting a lot more than me. He doing a whole lot less.
Sorry.
It's just it's the name of the game. You know, dating and marriage is like boxing. You can't get in the ring and not get hit. You're going to get hit. You know, everything is like that. You win some, you lose some. I done took dudes' girls before. They done took mines. I done took them back. It's what happens in the game. And a lot of these guys, like he said, unfortunately, can't deal with that. If you come to Uganda or Kenya and you think you're going to run the tables on everybody because you're here, it's people doing here better than you. I can tell you that. It's guys here that got way more money than you. They know the system. There's somebody here. Even if they don't have more money than you, let me give you an example. Let's say you're a hot rapper, Alien Skin, for example, right? You can have all the money in the world, and you come to Kampala, Alien Skin will always win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's Alien Skin or Bobby Wine. You can have everything in the world, but somebody like that, they got respect from the community where you don't know it. Are you doing something here? You can't compete with a guy like that for the most part. And that's what guys don't understand. So she chose the other guy. And I don't know why the guy was trying to continue to pursue the lady. But we have a lot of weird guys. I don't want to mention no names. I'll leave this alone. But the Pan-African Dating Show. How many weird emails do we get from guys?
So many.
From Americans, from people from all over Africa. And they just can't talk to ladies. They don't know how to communicate with women at all. And I believe our generation is like the last of the Mohicans. Guys that are younger than us, they grew up in the internet age.
Straight up.
The Tinder age.
Zero game.
And so, at least in our time, before the internet, you had to go out and talk for yourself. And that's what allows me to do somewhat decent in Uganda from that, you know, growing up in the 90s and in the 80s. Because here in Uganda, you got to talk for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to be exposed here when you meet up a woman, you talk to a woman. Can you be respectful in court? Can you talk for yourself? A lot of young men can't talk for themselves. And when they can't talk for themselves, they get shut down because they're weird, they're awkward, they're cringe, you know what I mean? And we live in that internet society right now where a lot of young men don't have a lot of friends. When I came up, I had a lot of male friends. Today's world, a lot of men are more lonely. A lot of younger men don't get out as much. So then they come to Africa or Uganda or Kenya where you have Oktoberfest and things like that, blankets and wines. You know, this is a big time experiential place. People like to meet up and do business talking. A lot of young guys not used to that kind of culture anymore because that's how we grew up.
Yeah, no, sure.
And girls want to go wild. People they speak outside. We don't speak as Americans. What's up, man? That's it. Ugandans talk. Kenyans talk. So these guys find themselves out of place. And Yeah, just don't have no game.
Yeah, I have a question for. I feel like you'll have said everything that needs to be said about this particular situation. But do you think more passport bros are facing more rejection, or is that like the new thing that's going to take over?
Can I answer that, please?
Please.
Yes. I feel that passport bros. My brother's a pastor. He told me he has the saying about getting into the churches as a pastor. Hooping will get you in, but it won't keep you. And if you guys know about hooping, it's a style of preaching that we use in the black church. It'll get you in, but it can't keep you. And what a lot of guys don't understand is being an American citizen and being good looking to get you in. But unfortunately, it can't keep you because you can have all the money in the world and whatever, but a lot of these guys don't really know how to respect women. And unfortunately, we have some influencers in the States where they feel like they're learning the red pill, and some of it can come off as toxic masculinity, and they feel like every woman may be a certain way, and they have a lot less patience for ladies here. You could easily come off disrespectful because you're an American, they're an African or whatever. So you could offend somebody very easily here, and the girl don't want to talk to you no more. So I think they're facing more rejection because they just don't understand cultural issues.
Oh.
So here's what O'Shea said that I want to build upon further, right? When you talk about young men who are, let's call it in the millennial Gen Z generation, right? The whole idea that you can conduct all of your business online without having to see or speak to someone face to face and then generate interest for a hookup, it's a cheat code that has made these young men not capable of negotiating and navigating their way through difficulty when it comes their way. Right? Combine that with the fact that, and this is my opinion, again, this is my opinion. I have no statistical evidence to prove this. Not that there are stats out there that would verify this statement. The women that these passport bros are sleeping with are not the respectable, desirable, wifey type ladies that we, men of substance, would be going after in the first place. A lot of these women are...
You're dropping bombs.
Great delineation there.
A lot of these women, who be hanging out in nightclubs 5 days a week, these chicks are sex workers.
That's definitely
Sadly.
true.
Passport bros, I can tell you, if you're a passport bro out here, let me tell you something. You buying the chick bottles, you buying the chick whatever, trust me, you're still paying for it.
Yeah.
You're still paying for it. You've just financed her good time with her and 3 of her girlfriends that night, and you feel like just because you've done that, you've earned something. Now you paid for it. You purchased it. You could have been Joe, James, Jimmy, or Jack. Your name, your identity doesn't matter. As long as the finances came through for them to have a good time, they was willing to give it up to whomever. So you're not special, my guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's not overestimate what these gentlemen are able to achieve, because who they're achieving it with are people of questionable character themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
John, let me ask you a question. If a passport bro approached you, would you be interested?
No.
Exactly. This is my point, right? The types of women that even entertain those guys are women who don't necessarily have the discernment to understand that, this guy is only here for a good time, not a long time. They don't approach women who have that dating for marriage mentality. They don't approach women who own their own businesses and hustle and work hard and get it out the mud and grind, and who are willing to not subject themselves to being objectified by a man in order to be able to have things purchased or paid for by them. Yeah. All the women that they deal with are specifically in that category of slay queens, hot girls. You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion. And I preserve that as my opinion.
No job, but she's rich.
So, she's not broke.
Does she live in Bunga?
Does she live in Bunga?
Yeah.
So these chicks aren't broke because they have a rotation of dudes who are willing to pay for their nails, pay for their rent, buy them outfits, and take them to drinks. Trust me when I tell you, none of these women have any type of moral character that you would want to invest your time and effort in, to the point whereby you're fighting a dude in the nightclub. Go look for the next one. Yeah. I'm sure whatever friend she came to the club with would be willing to give you some money.
Come on now.
And instead of being passport bros, let's be Eskimo bros. Let's dap it up and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Come
It's
on,
true.
Joe.
That is very true.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You guys
Those
are
are true.
foolish.
Yeah.
You guys are foolish.
Maintain. You're out and you're a DJ.
Yeah.
So you're on the nights in a lot.
Yes.
Do you see some passport bros, like getting into some situations or
Are they here? They're in your gun.
They're here.
they
They're
are.
here.
They
They're here.
are.
They're here. Do you know what? I see a lot more passport bros fighting amongst themselves
Yes,
in Kampala than them fighting over a chick against, say, a Kenyan or a Tanzanian or a Ugandan.
True.
I think you're gonna see a lot more passport bros fighting against each other
Why is
Why
that?
is that?
because that's their mentality, right? Like from the video, like the girl's clearly showing you the content of her character, right? She's gone from one guy and okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
in front of you both. So that should tell you everything you need to know. But yet still, you're still, maybe alcohol plays a part, you're a little bit tipsy, da. But what happened there should tell you everything you need to know about said person, right? But as a DJ, the thing is the passport bros, like they're always gonna get love. Like from what I've seen as a DJ, right? Because they're gonna talk, they're gonna order a drink at the bar or wherever, you hear the accent. And I've seen it as a DJ. It's happened to me also. It's like, I'll just be walking around. As soon as I open my mouth to order a drink at the bar, that's it. Like,
Facts, yo.
yeah, they're like, okay, that's the guy I want.
That's a new target.
Yeah, that's new. I want him. I'm gonna get him. So they're always gonna get love. But what I think is that, yeah, that will get you your foot in the door with a girl. But you've got to have something to keep them. If that's what you want. If it's just a thing where one night stand, keep it moving.
Yeah.
then, don't even worry about it. But if you're looking for something a bit further, then you've got to have some form of game. You've got to have some form of some conversation. And I feel I see it in the club all the time. Like the passport bro will get the chick, they're having fun, they're having drinks, As soon as he goes off to the bar, the girls are like, you know what I mean? Like, oh God, I've got to like show my teeth and with this boring guy and And when he comes back, it's like a switches back on and they're all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like work on yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause multiple dates isn't a bad thing. Cause cause when I was young, I'd be out and I was a shy kid, really shy. And I'd be out with my brother, I'd be out with my uncles and my cousin, and they'd be like, yo, you see that girl likes you, man. See the way she's looking at you. Yeah, but it's just a look. Go talk to her. And I had to and if I never went, they'll drive home. Actually, they wouldn't even drop me home. They'd be like, get the bus. You know what I mean? Like, find chick like that and you're not talking to her. So it's just,
Yeah.
like work on yourself, work on your game. I hate to call it game. Just work on yourself. Be comfortable holding conversations
Right.
with women. Because I remember when I was younger, I thought I had to have one-liners.
Yep.
Little sharp anecdotes and all
Give
these
us
things.
one line.
Right? No, but the thing is, it isn't one-liners. Literally hold a conversation. Just keep talking. And once you find like a common ground or something she's interested in, like what you said, just through conversation,
Yeah.
you zone in on that. The amount of women, before I got married, of course, the amount of women I got just from having a conversation. Like I'd go out with
Caring
my
about
cousin.
them.
Yeah, this is my friend so-and-so, I'm chatting to them at the bar, rah, rah, rah. And I just thought it was a conversation. Driving home with my boys, looking at me like this. What do you say to that chick? I said nothing. I just had a conversation.
Yeah.
He goes, what's your number? And he's driving like that. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my
John, you want to hear a line, huh?
Give us a line,
John, you
guys.
want to hear a line, huh?
Story time, yes.
Give us a
Nah,
line.
yo, let me tell you something, man. When I was in school, this was when I was a grown man in grad school.
Yeah.
I went to school at Penn State University, right? There was a lot of clubs, a lot of bars in the college town, State College, Pennsylvania, where we went to school. And, of course it was very mixed cultures. So this was my favorite entry. You have to have a conversation opener,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Conversation opener. That's what it is.
Okay.
So you approach, like, excuse me, I'm not trying to hit on you, but may I pay you a compliment?
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm not trying to hit on you, so please don't get it, but I'd love to pay you a compliment if I may.
Ooh, gentleman.
When you were getting dressed tonight, before you came out, I knew you looked at yourself in the mirror. Was like, yo, somebody's going to die over how good I look tonight, right? She was like, I said, mission accomplished.
That's a nice entry.
And then I walk away.
Uh-huh.
That's it. And then she'll be like, what? Huh? That's it?
Yeah.
That's all you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night. I go to the bar, kick it with my homies. For the next 30 minutes, that chick is going to be looking at me, wondering if I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
Or she's going to be telling her friends about this dude who came through and dropped the smoothest line that she's ever heard in her life. And I can assure you, when I'm dancing in the club, at some point during the rest of the night, she's going to come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Game over.
Okay.
Game
Game
over.
master.
Call me Master Gabs for nothing.
Yeah, you've given
I'm not new
the
to this, man.
gentleman
I'm true
game,
to
but
this.
give the ladies game too.
Game for the ladies?
Yeah.
In terms of what? Because here's the thing,
I mean,
right?
if they're receiving
If they're
game.
receiving it, a lot of women don't know how to appreciate a compliment respectfully,
Come on now.
Yes.
right? A lot of women feel like you approaching them, just by virtue of you approaching them, they feel like because I am who I think I am, it's offensive for you to feel like you have the privilege to approach me and say anything to me. So they meet you with rudeness and nastiness off the top. I'm not asking you for a egg from your ovary.
Yeah. Especially in the United States. Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
trying to say something polite and nice to you. I haven't abused you. I haven't said nothing disrespectful, called you out your name. You approach and you give a compliment and they look at you like, yeah.
Especially in the States.
Right?
It's a
Even here
big
too.
thing.
But
Yeah.
also, when you approach a woman and you get that sort of reaction from her, it's because she's had hella weirdos like passport bros
Yeah.
come up to her beforehand
True.
and like try to talk, and she's given them the time,
Yeah.
and they've just been straight up weirdos.
Yeah.
So now she's like,
The walls are up.
walls are up.
Well, let me just say this real quick. If she like you, she ain't gonna do that. She thinks you ugly, she'll do that too.
True.
That's
Facts.
another thing too.
But
Like,
that's the
a
thing.
great
Even
point.
if a dude
Yeah.
isn't necessarily handsome to the what you appreciate,
Yeah.
be
Right.
gracious enough to say thank you.
Right.
Appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, good point.
So,
Yeah.
so John,
I'm not
if you
interested,
want me to
sorry.
offer
Yeah.
any advice to
Yeah.
a woman in terms of just the social etiquette of the game, just be gracious to receive a compliment. Receiving a compliment nicely doesn't mean that you're offering the dude anything more than your politeness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you think that it's going to encourage a guy, make up that you have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Make up that you're in a relationship. How many women have faked the fact that they're in a relationship just so that a dude wouldn't feel like he should advance?
Yeah.
Ah.
You know? So you can do something to put a guy on the back foot
right.
without being disrespectful. For me, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like women who feel like they have a right to disrespect the dude just because they feel like men desire them,
Right.
and therefore that gives me the right to degrade or downgrade a man who I don't find desirable.
And that's why those passport bros or the passport bros in the beginning, because of what you just said, that issue. But also, let me just say this, a lot of young guys don't know how to overcome objections. And that is a big part of trying to date somebody or whatever, or,
Yeah.
you know, because there's been a lot of numbers where like, it starts off like that. And
That's
I'm
true.
like, why you mad? You know, and then all of a sudden you got to, you have to have the ability to turn something around in your favor. So you can't do it all the time. But a lot of guys don't know how to overcome no. And that's in sales. You got to sell yourself. So it happens to anybody. But a lot of guys don't know how to, okay, I'm about to get, she not feeling it right now. How to walk away and just, be cool with it or turn it around. Because sometimes, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Whatever, and kind of just standoffish. So, or just turn it around. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, have fun. Have fun with it.
Did I shoot you last night or something? And then, when you get a little laugh or whatever,
Yeah.
then I just get some little grinning. And then, for me, I'm like Terrence Crawford. It's time to go for the knockout. So, but again, I think what a lot of guys are doing, a lot of guys have been, the thing is, a lot of guys have trauma for being not the top guy in the States.
Yeah.
That they come to Africa or anywhere else that's going to be easy. And they're dealing with ladies here that, it's not uncommon. I was talking to a guy, the coffee place in our office. There's a guy.
Tribe. Eric.
Yeah. There's a guy from Zimbabwe there. He's like, yo, man, every time in Uganda you ask for a phone number, you get it. You know, it's not uncommon to get a lot of phone numbers here.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys are not used to that, and then they can get entitled. But a lot of girls, they can like you one moment too. Let's talk about that. A lady can like you in January and not like you at all in June. And then you see her with somebody else and you feel like she still like you. Hey man, life goes on at the same time. But a lot of guys are coming from the States. I have noticed it from our dating show. They are awkward. I think the Americans do a little bit better at talking to women that I've seen on the Pan-African dating show than some of the guys from here. Yeah. Maybe because of the age difference. But a lot of guys are awkward. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to communicate. Yeah. And so a woman, you know, all things being equal, she'd rather be with somebody who has less money and not as cringe. To be with somebody that has money and is cringe. And I think there is a certain element of the brothers from the Passport Bro community that just don't know how to date, especially in this culture where you're going to be paying for everything.
Yeah. No 50-50.
Yeah, there's no 50-50. You may think the chick is needy. You may talk about where she's from, throw it in her face. Things like that can happen when you first get here. And you can offend somebody, and then you might see her out with somebody else, try to, you know, whatever. So... yeah, but I think they're going to struggle. I think a lot more Passport Bros will be struggling in years to come that are younger. Not the older guys. I think the older guys will be a little bit better.
Yeah. I actually have a question. One more question for you guys. I'll show you African American, Gabs, Ugandan American, Maintain, Caribbean, British. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Now, Passport Bros are seen as... a Passport Bro can be from any of you guys. Like from your region or from your home or something like that. So does the bad reputation of the Passport Bros affect you in any way? Because when a girl meets a Passport Bro and she has a bad experience, the next time Maintain opens his mouth, she's going to think maybe you are a Passport Bro too. Right?
Right. Yeah.
So does that affect you in any way? Do you...
It hasn't affected me in the sense where I just carry myself in a certain way. Yeah. Like I could be introduced to you and I'll be polite. I'll say, hey, how are you? You good for drinks? And that will be the first and probably last thing I say for a while. Yeah. And I'll just leave them to their own device, let them enjoy their night. And then I'll get a little tap, turn around, shot. Yeah. This will be my friend so-and-so. And then I get to meet their friends. Yeah. And then
they make statements like, oh, you're all the same.
Yeah.
Because she's had that one bad experience.
Yeah, I've seen it on the faces before when they hear my accent, like, oh, he thinks I'm just because he's from London and da-da-da-da-da.
You've had that before.
Yeah, they just think, he thinks he's just going to get it all. And the way I carry myself, I'm not that guy who's always smiling in the club. I've got a pretty stern face. So you can take that as me being a bit, maybe arrogant, a bit standoffish. So they get that impression. But when they start talking to me and then they'll see, like, say Gabs will show up. Yo, Gabs. They'll see a whole complete different side to them. They'll be like, wait a minute. But because I haven't gone up to them and forced my issue, like, hey, have a drink. What are you doing after? I got a room at Sky's. Yeah. I'm just chill. Kind of makes them, okay, what's this guy about?
So, my experience is pretty much similar, only that, you know, I've been around for a long time, man. Been around for a long time, and so I would say equally the way that I carry myself makes it very easy for me to dismiss any misinterpretations of who I am, right? Because I'm a charming man. Let me tell you something. I'm a charming dude, yo. So I can disarm any situation, however resistant you want to be in terms of, you know, your initial impression of who you believe I am. I can flip the script on it if I'm so motivated to be. Yeah. But I also have that thing within me where it's like, if you show me something about yourself that shows that you're narrow-minded or prejudiced or making assumptions about me, I'm not interested in messing with you anyway. So beat it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's not the type of individual that I want to spend my time conversing or having a conversation with. I'm very much into people who are into me. Okay. So if it becomes a struggle or a tug of war, like, I've told my boys my favorite line is, I don't negotiate with terrorists, yo. I do not negotiate with terrorists. So if you want this shit to be a power struggle, I'm not the one. You're gonna be arm wrestling with yourself. You know? So for me, having an American accent and a name like Agaba, people think that either I'm faking my accent because I'm a Ugandan who went to school in the US for a number of years and I came back and I've put this accent on, right? Or they think that, you know, I'm just a regular guy. But to what Maintain said also, like, I have a resting mean mug 90% of the time when I'm out and about. People have largely told me that I look unapproachable, that I look like I'm angry, I'm stone-faced, all of that stuff. And it's not until I get into an elevated or joyous mood that I would even think about doing things like going out to holler at chicks and all of that stuff. Like, no, man, I keep it to myself. I keep it to myself. My experience in Kampala is that I'm the magnet.
Okay, sir.
Facts. I'm the magnet. I'm not the fly to the honey. Right? I'm the honey.
You're the honey.
That was enough to save the entire Sacramento right there. It's hard to come after that. You want me to say something too?
Yeah, because you're African American.
I don't think I've ever gotten hit with a passport, bro. Of course, I was coming here before that was even a popularized thing.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody discriminate against me for being a passport, bro. Of course, I think also, like, I live here. I think I'm looked at maybe a little differently because of what is going on with the success of Kinganda and the Pan-African dating show. So I don't really face those things. People can make you come off as arrogant. I do have my enemies in the private sector here. That's without a doubt. But when it comes from women, no. I tend to not have those problems because, number one, I'm so busy and tied up in the business every day, and I just, you know.
Would you consider yourself charming like Gabs?
You said that I am.
To the ladies, yes. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, there's. I mean, people. You know, I want to just keep that kind of part of my life
to the ladies,
secret. Yeah, but that I am a fast talker for sure. You know what I mean? I can be. So, and I'm a giving person too. So I'll let you figure it out. So, you know, I can come in. I remember one time. I was at
spirit.
I was at DJ Maintain set at I don't want to call the guy's name. I don't want to give that any more business, but I was there.
Oh, yeah.
I think I bought like, what did I buy? Like 2 bottles of Moet or something like that. I just left.
Yeah, the yellow label, the Vive. I don't pronounce it. Vive Clicquot. Yeah,
that's how you was feeling that night, O'Shea?
Yeah, that's when I actually had money back then.
You just bought 2 and bounced. I turned around and I was like, has anyone seen O'Shea?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, woo.
Yeah, I like to have a good time and things like that. But I would say I don't think it's the passport bro thing because obviously I'm a person that lives and works here. And I think that we try to have some level of adding to what's going on in the industry.
Yeah.
So before I came to Uganda and was involved in the industry to the level I am now, and I'm still not so involved, but just whatever. I was just a guy that had some money, and I was a guy that was not to be respected. Just an American guy that has some money. Who gives a damn about him? But being here and trying to establish that for myself, establishing that, I do want to be here. I want to be in the private sector. I think people that do come across me will either respect that, and that does help you with the ladies too, because if you have something, people, they like it, and they see that it works, it makes people respect what you do. And I think a lot of passport bros, they don't really have a lot going for them in a particular place where people would respect what they do in the industry or anything like that, which is why people tend to not take them that serious in comparison to like the Indian guys or Chinese guys or, you know, those men who come from different countries who are actually in the industry doing something. They tend to get a lot more respect than guys like the passport bros or guys who are visitors. So that's just what I think. I don't think that I'm discriminated against because of my accent, maybe the price or something like that. But no, I don't. It hasn't been a deterrent for me.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your answers. That's a perfect way for us to end this episode, unless one of you has anything to say, to add on.
No.
I mean,
what's your message to the passport bros watching us? Because there's so many. You'll see them in the comment section.
Yeah, I have one going to be here in December. Maintain. You might not want to. Can be like 6'7" too, man. You might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real?
Maintain
Does he know how to fight?
I think so.
For real?
He's from Philly, so it's a boxing city.
Oh, boxing.
Nah, he's gonna be cool.
But, I would just say, just work on yourself,
Right.
like a bit more, and have fun. Like rejection isn't the end of your night; it's just the continuation of your pursuit for wherever it is you want. So I just say, just work on yourself a little bit more, because if you don't, you're going to self-project and you're going to get yourself into situations like that clip. That's what I'd say.
Gabs.
Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing. I echo that same advice. I couldn't state it any better way. Since we've been quoting classic hip hop lines tonight, I'll just say, man, sometimes if shit doesn't go your way, you got to charge it to the game, yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
Thank
is
you.
what it is.
What did Gucci Mane say? Girls are like buses. Miss one, next 15, one coming.
Hey, that's it.
That's it.
That's your last word.
No, and it's a lot. I'm telling you, like Nairobi and Kampala, those cities I love so much. But it is no lack of amount of talent in those cities when you come to, especially Nairobi and Kampala. I mean, they really can operate as like one big, like Kenya and Uganda are so close. And culture and women, and I mean, it's 100 million people, man. If you can't find somebody in Kenya or in Uganda, it is too much. Like you can't even look at it all. It's that bad. So if you guys are struggling there, where are you not struggling at? Like if you're struggling in Nairobi, there is no other place you can really go to, because it's a young population, it's a lot of talent, it's a lot of different ladies there, a lot of booty. No offense. If you're struggling in Nairobi, man, you can struggle everywhere in the world if you're struggling there.
Yeah, you need to re-examine your goals in life.
Yo, this really you then at that point. If you come to Nairobi and you're struggling to that level, it can't be them.
Yeah, you don't need to be punching another dude. You need to be punching yourself.
Especially Kampala, if you're struggling. I mean, not that I know, but from what I heard, I'm a Christian.
Okay. Okay, guys. So the point they can find you. Maintain, where can the Passport Bros find you?
Yeah.
The Passport Bros can find me at DJ Maintain on all social mediums.
Okay.
They gonna whoop your ass too.
Gabs.
Passport Bros can find me roasting your ass in the comments on the Pan-African Dating Show. That's where you can find me.
The live shows.
The live ones.
Yeah, y'all know not to message
But
me.
Gabs, actually tell them about the podcast.
So hit me up at Master Gobs, of course, at Master Gobs on Instagram, on the other platform that used to have the bird logo on it. And tune into Allergic to Average, the Allergic to Average podcast on YouTube. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, O'Shea?
No, don't message me.
Okay, you can send us an email at teamkenganda@gmail.com and follow us on all our social media pages at Kenganda Nation. We'll see you guys next time.